We should start.
All right, let's start.
Okay.
You'll have to be careful not to touch this. Especially not to rub your hand across it like that. Because then
Hey,
we
you
will
won't
pick
you
that
won't
up.
hear it on my mic.
Oh yeah, on Cody's mic we won't hear it. Yeah, that'll be great.
Don't stomp or jump or
I don't know, the floor's pretty solid.
I don't know.
There's a new reason why I shouldn't jump. That'll be the intro. If for context, I just jumped and smacked my head off the ceiling because it's like 2 inches taller than me.
Starting it off right there, Simon.
Yep.
Jesus fucking Christ.
One of you can start it off because I have a concussion, so I'm going to take a nap. I don't think you're supposed to sleep with the concussion, right?
You're not supposed to.
So I'm going to go die, is what I'm saying.
Gonna go die. Go on without me. Oh, fuck. Oh my god.
I love that you did it to be a smart ass and absolutely goofed
The
yourself.
world just punished me on it. Like, the world was just like, nope, you're an asshole.
Beat you over the head with a Sega Dreamcast.
Was that one of the first things to use discs?
I want to say so. Or was it the
Genesis?
No, I think the Genesis still
It was
used cartridges.
Yeah, it was, I think.
Okay.
Low key, I love cartridges. I just genuinely like game cartridges.
Is it like the nostalgia kind of thing?
I don't know,
Ah.
but I'm just kind of thrilled that Nintendo never quite ditched them with like.
Because now they're like SD cards.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something really just
Yeah.
satisfying about them. Like,
How'd they get all that game in that cartridge?
I mean, you can have SD cards with like a terabyte of memory. I think.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Damn expensive though.
Damn.
Yeah. So,
And they're charging $60 a pop for that? Damn, son.
but I don't know. I just really like
Man, just
cartridges.
wait.
One of my favorite things are N64 cartridges and the old Game Boy Color cartridges.
Mm-hmm.
They're just really satisfying.
I just thought of something. When Final Fantasy VII's remake finally comes out in like 2030 and the Switch is still a thing, that fucking cartridge will be fucking expensive. Potentially. Who knows how technology will be then. But if we're talking about modern prices here in 2019, if it's going on that little fucking cartridge, I think that fucking game, they've already said it's going to be like over 100 gigabytes. Just for...
Ooh.
It's
I'm not
gonna
even
be
a Final
stupid.
Fantasy boy, but just that's so much content.
Yeah.
Or it's just one really long movie section.
That's true.
I wonder if it's going to get
No,
like
that-
the like overhaul that like Resident Evil 2's remake got.
Res 2 looks really good.
Looks really fucking good.
What were you going to say, Cody? Because I
No,
have something that's going
I
to
was-
keep going.
I was
and
going to
we're
say
leave it behind.
It would big long movie. No, that would be Metal Gear Solid 4 2. Like how they do with Fantasy, how they release a second one of a 13-2 or whatever.
13-2?
There's a Final Fantasy 13-2, I'm pretty sure. But it'll
I mean, I
be
do believe you.
it'll be Metal Gear Solid 4 2.
Speaking
There-
And it'll
of
just
like,
be a cinematic.
There was a Lion King 1.5.
speaking of like a long series of games that finally got a release this year, we got Kingdom Hearts 3. I know fuck all about
I know.
Kingdom Hearts. I haven't even played.
I like how you bring that up because none of us do.
Dude,
Yeah, none of us
You bring
do,
up a game none of us have ever
but
played.
it's worth acknowledging
See,
to some extent.
I almost want to go in completely fucking blind.
Dude, I gotta play it just for the Elsa content.
Dude, I have no idea.
I
haven't touched
I
a
sat down and
single
watched-
one.
Me neither.
I watched a YouTube video on like kind of like the history of Kingdom Hearts, and I was like, I watched 30 minutes of that and still have no clue. Either I wasn't watching it closely enough, which is probably the case because I was doing something else.
It's something with like nobodies and how those nobodies have no emotions or
Right.
something like that, and there's some chick in Sora's heart.
Something.
Interesting.
And there's like keyblades and like a keyblade graveyard
It's like
and all that.
there's
stuff.
only one person who can use the legendary Keyblade, and that's Sora, and these 20 other people.
right.
And Mickey Mouse.
That's the big. No.
Because he's the mouse.
That's my favorite thing about this is an outsider's perspective of Kingdom Hearts. Because to me, it is this one boy that doesn't know what he's doing with this giant key and Disney characters.
Biggest thing that pisses me off though is it's called a keyblade. That thing is not sharp at all. How is it a freaking blade? He uses it as a weapon.
Uses the power,
and that is the most impractical weapon.
Uses the power of friendship to kill people.
He unlocks their death.
He unlocks their death.
But that's not to say he hasn't sharpened the key end.
No.
Look in game. It is not. It's like
I'm
2 inches
out my
thick.
ass.
I picture this little boy in like loading scenes taking this whetstone and just sharpening that key.
Dude, if he would have been a Monster Hunter, just shink, shink, shing. Good to go.
Oh,
2 slides is all you need.
I do like
that
this,
increased sharpening skill.
The Toy
Or just
Story
change his
world.
armor set.
I know very little about it, but I've seen the Woody memes, and those give me life. Honestly, like you're more hollow than any toy towards one of the baddies. So good.
You're more hollow than any toy.
I know they'll correct us in the
Damn.
comments, but still, Woody's pure fire in that game.
Spitting hot fire.
Are you using the adjective fire now?
Little
No,
bit.
that would be a noun then.
A little bit, yeah.
Because
Is something wrong? Do you have a problem with fire?
I do.
What's the problem?
It's too hot.
Hot damn.
call the police and the fireman.
I've used fire before. I've been burned.
Can't
What the
handle
fuck are you
heat.
trying to reference over there?
I'm just making fire jokes.
Okay, because you're doing bad at it.
As always.
Sometimes when I
He's
pee,
gonna
it
burn
burns.
out, guys. Leave him alone. Let him
Extinguish
smolder
that
here.
flame. Oh, fuck.
Going back, when you're talking about Resident Evil 2
Oh,
remake,
yeah?
remaster. Is it a remaster or a remake?
It's a remake.
I'd say it's a remake.
It's a remake.
Most definitely a remake.
Did you guys watch that video I sent to the chat where they modded and Thomas the Tank
Thomas
did
the
his?
Tank.
Yes.
I actually
that.
did not yet. I need to watch that.
Because it's so dark, so you just see a shadow of a train like walking through, and then you get the guy like runs through the door and tries to hide, and then the door just swings open, and Thomas the Tank just bobs in. And you hear, toot, 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 toot.
Is the tooting when he does his like super punch?
I think so, yeah, because you get like punched to the ground, and then you got back up, and then Thomas wobbled a little bit more, and then went back down.
Dude, I almost want to get that because that just looks like a fun fucking time.
Well, it's like what you
Not
mean
the
with
mod, but the game itself.
See,
But
I
the
think
mod-
it's terrifying that there's a constant enemy presence that can track you through the world. Like, it's like, did you guys ever play Alien Isolation?
No.
I played a little bit of it.
I've
and that
I've
game is
watched- But I've
terrifying.
seen
When
I've
the
watched
xenomorph
seen it.
can follow you
Yes.
around everywhere?
Yes.
That's what he's like. He's similar to that.
The xenomorph comes down in like certain areas, right? And there you go.
Yeah.
You just gotta get by him, and then you're good.
Well, I mean,
Oh, it's
he
not
still
that
follows
simple.
you.
Not that-
Yeah.
It is not that simple. he
I'll
is
say,
like
'cause-
always following you.
And there are vents between all the rooms, so he can just pop into the room randomly when you're doing something.
Can he follow you through a vent too? Or can
Yes.
only he go through a vent?
Well, can you go through the vents?
Not generally, unless it's part of.
Yeah.
Now,
Like most times, it's the vents above you, and you can't normally do that. Like
Right.
at some points, you have to crawl like through vents to get to other
like,
rooms
progress.
because of debris and all that junk. And
that's because I know that there's
So-
like the android enemies in there
Yeah.
as well. Is there like a part where you have to deal with them and the xenomorph at the same time?
Probably. There's probably a
But
point where
they-
the xenomorph can pop out.
from what I don't think I ever got that far, but they
I didn't
aren't
either.
as
I-
bad.
I played
androids,
through like
but I don't.
2 hours of it and I stopped.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
just
couldn't do
couldn't.
it.
I couldn't.
Well,
Just
I
the
mean-
constant tension.
Honestly, it's just like the thing with that because there's going to be like parallels between that and Resident Evil 2's remake because how that system works is very similar. But if there's a part where you have that xenomorph and those androids or whatever cyborgs or where the fuck they are, I don't even know what the robots.
I think there are robots and there were people too, like actual people.
Yeah, there are.
Because if there's a scene like that, then fuck that. You have to deal with them and the fucking xenomorph. Where when you, if you shoot at them, the xenomorph's probably like, huh? It just comes running at you.
Well, I mean, the more noise you produce in the game, it's supposed to attract the xenomorph.
Generally, though, from what I saw, I don't know if later on there's mixed encounters between them, but generally, whenever you encounter like the other enemies, the xenomorph isn't around.
Okay.
From what I've experienced anyway.
Okay.
But yeah,
like there's some points I think that like after you take care of the enemies or something, the xenomorph can come in like shortly afterwards. But unless that's much later in the game where the xenomorph and they can be around, I don't know.
And Resident Evil 2's like that?
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2, Mr. X just shows up and...
You just see him walking down the hallway all the time. Like, you'll be shooting a zombie, and then all of a sudden he rounds the corner and is like...
I say, because I listened to Castle Super Beasts, which they were the old Super Best Friends play.
Uh-huh.
And that's their new podcast, and they were talking about Resident Evil 2, and one of them religiously plays like Resident Evil games, like that's his fucking shit.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how there's like 4 dedicated instances where Mr. X shows up. It's pretty much like he shows up in this instance, and then how you get by him and not have to deal with him for a little bit is pretty much solve like the issue at hand. But you got to deal with Mr. X and the zombies and whatnot.
So like he's an enemy for that time, that like section, and then once you solve the section, then you don't have to deal with him for the next part, or
right till the next instance he shows up, which I think it's usually like him, like it's like a little like not quite like a cutscene or whatever, but it's like him making a grand appearance, just like walking through a fucking wall, saying hello, how's it going? Or him just like dropping down from the sky right in front of you on a catwalk and just saying, hello, milady. Just shit like that.
I could then probably play that game, because once you got through the section, you have that sense of relief, and you could...
The thing is, obviously, I don't know what this section is, and probably your first time through, you have no idea. But probably for like people who are used to Resident Evil games, they kind of know that shit. Because apparently, I think the old Resident Evil 2, the way he was talking about, it's like Mr. X was only stuck in like a room, pretty much, and like once you got out of that room, you were pretty much
You're fine.
You were fine for the most part. But apparently, with the remake, he just follows you until you're done with the area. And if you run too far away from him, he'll teleport closer to you.
That's spooky.
So you can't escape from him until you're done with the puzzle, so to speak. What are you doing? Oh, fridge making noise.
But the thing with Alien Isolation, which I may not be 100% correct on this, but in it you have a motion tracker. So even if you can't
just like the movie.
See the xenomorph, you can kind of tell where they are.
Right.
But the thing is, a lot of times they'll be above you or something.
Oh, it doesn't display right above you.
And you'll just see it's somewhere ahead of you. And it has a limited range on the motion tracker, so you don't know necessarily where exactly they are. And then you're like, okay, I don't see them at this moment, so I'm going to move. And then it drops down right in front of you out of a vent. And then also, I think the motion tracker, when you have it out, it makes noise.
Maybe.
I'm thinking it does. That might be on like harder difficulties or something. But it makes noise. So if you have it out, it can hear you.
Did you guys ever play Mass Effect? Not Mass Effect. Dead Space. Dead Space 1?
Yes, I've gone through and just recently beat 3 with Fox.
Yeah, I've never touched 3.
It's not bad, actually.
No? I thought it was more action-y.
A little bit. I mean, a little bit, yeah. But I think it's just the fact that they got the whole like shooting thing down for the most part. So like, yeah, they have fun with it.
But I was thinking,
still spooky, especially on co-op. It's actually really fucking weird because in co-op you'll have the Carver. He has like his own hallucinations and shit.
Interesting.
Dealing with the marker. So there was like parts when I was playing with Fox where I'm like, why is there a fucking like toy soldier on the ground? He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're just holding nothing. I'm like, I'm holding like a toy soldier. He's like, what are you talking about? So we do like the side mission with it, and like there will like be these like toy soldiers all over the place in like these like hallways and shit. I'm like, what's with all these toy soldiers? Like, you're fucking with me. I'm like, what's the problem? It's like, those aren't toy soldiers. I'm like, what are they? They're coffins. I was like, what?
Whoa.
So it was fun on co-op.
See,
Really fun.
Dead Space is one of those games where I've always wanted to play, but I'm not a huge fan of horror games.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever.
I can enjoy watching somebody play them, but me playing them myself, I just can't get into it.
I mean, if we did like a Gents play of it, maybe that'd be neat.
I mean,
But that'd be the only way I myself could be like involved with it.
I mean, they're spoopy a little bit, but they're not horrible.
It's one of those things where the thing scares you, you shoot it, it's dead, and you're like, fuck you.
I remember, I'm not sure if it was Dead Space 2 or 3 before it released. Their actual website for like the trailers and stuff was Your Mom Hates This.
I think that was Dead Space 2. That was Dead Space 2.
And they had just like trailers of people's like parents and stuff watching the trailer.
Yeah.
And just them flipping shit whenever they see all the crap that goes on.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
But what made me think about that? There's the one, what do they call them? Necromorphs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Necromorph.
And the first one that you can't kill, that you can only hinder at times in certain levels.
Yeah.
You have to basically delay it
Yeah.
and escape.
That thing always shows up. It's
Yeah.
just a bitch.
That's what
Oh,
made me think of it.
I wish more games did that.
Like
An unkillable enemy?
unkillable enemy?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Like a lot of no, seriously. A lot of older games, not necessarily really old, but older games have that. To where you have to like hold them off until something else happens, or you have to figure out a different way. For example, Gears 1, the Berserker.
Yeah, you couldn't kill
Like
it. until you got the
my
Hammer of
first
Dawn.
time playing through Gears 1
that was
against
scary.
the Berserker.
That was intense.
Like it was, yeah, it's tense
yeah.
because you're
Yeah,
like
you're
trying
right.
to dodge out of the way, and it's just running at you, flattening you.
And you had to have it run at you to open up the
Yeah.
doors. Yeah. That was fun.
And you're just in these tight corridors and stuff, and it's just so intense.
yeah,
And you have
from
to
what
lure it
little-
outside.
What little I've played of Gears 1, I remember doing that and being like, yeah, not fucking doing this.
Fucking Gears
Just-
1.
Just because it terrified the shit out of me.
Dude, fucking Gears 1. Oh my god. I love it so much.
Yeah.
It's
That,
really good.
that first Berserker fight was really good. And then there was like 2 more Berserker fights after that. Where one, you're just going through a fucking greenhouse. And it just fucking burst through the goddamn wall.
Jeez.
There's just like no, it's just boom, Berserker, fucking kill it. And I think what you had to do was shoot out the glass above you, so you can then call down the Hammer of Dawn.
See, and that's
Fuck that.
when Gears 3 came out, I was really hyped because in some of the trailers and stuff, they showed a Berserker coming back. And I was like, oh, that's going to be fucking awesome.
The
And
lambent Berserker.
yeah, but then it turns out you just pump it full of bullets a lot.
Pump
and
it
then
in
it's
full of
dead.
bullets in its chest. Yeah.
Well, he was more squishy, so he was more susceptible to
yeah.
bullets.
Yeah, because his rib cage opens.
Okay. Well, I mean, the whole thing with the Berserker was its skin was fucking hard to steal,
Yeah,
pretty
you
much.
couldn't shoot through it.
But when it's on fire and it's not hard to steal, it's a weak boy or weak girl.
Girl.
It's a girl. That's right. Ugh. Locust had to fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that was a fun time for them. It's like a praying mantis, pretty much.
They eats their prey. I mean, their romance, their
Yeah.
romantic partner.
Yeah, pretty much.
I need to play Gears 4 again. I played it like shortly after it came out, and I don't think I've played through the campaign since.
I've only played through it once too, but that was not quite a year ago.
Yeah,
And I still have it. but
Yeah,
I
went
just-
back and played it with Fox, which fun time until we had to there's like a part where you're on like a catapult and you have to launch shit across like a bridge to hit a bunker, and it's really fucking windy because of the storm.
Okay,
And
I think I remember that.
It'd blow the projectiles like off course and shit. And I don't know how I did it the first time, but it was no problem. That second time, I just couldn't fucking do it, which I feel like I've fucking talked about this before.
Yeah, I think you
know
did.
I have, but
I think you did.
It still fucking
a week or
pisses
two
me
ago.
off. It still fucking pisses me off. 'Cause God
You just
damn it.
got to get good.
Fuck it.
See, I still just think about
You
the
would
tomatoes when I think about
almost
Gears
hit
4.
it. But there's the fucking tower.
Oh,
You'd
yeah.
hit that and be like, oh, you hit the tower. So even though the shot bounces off and hits the bunker, you have to hit the bunker first. So it counts. Fuck off. Pissed me off. Read that part for like half a goddamn hour.
I think I was playing through Gears 3 on, what's the hardest difficulty?
Insane.
Yeah. I was playing through that with Patrick. But there's this part where you're riding across a zip line. And you drop off at the end, and you've got to kill, like...
Zip line and you're...
You got to kill, like, these...
Is that after the Coliseum?
Maybe shortly after. I can't remember the placement.
Line.
But it's this
Almost
long
since I
zip
played
line.
Gears 3.
And you drop off the end, and what are the gunkers? There's like a gunker or two.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking
And as soon as we get off the zip line, it instantly give us. Like, we couldn't even move. It would instantly give us. We were at that spot for like 2 hours. And we just had to get lucky
Jesus
and not
Christ.
get gibbed as soon as we landed.
I'll say, gunkers. I'm trying to remember exactly what the gunkers are because I was thinking of the dredges, which they had like the snake head and whatnot.
Yeah, these are the ones that like hurl mortars at you. They're these big globs, and they hurl it at you, and then it lands, and it's a huge explosion.
God damn it! It's been too long since I played Gears 3 because I'm thinking of Gears 4 with the carrier, which I'm pretty sure he's just like the gunker, but he's the swarm version of it.
What does he do?
He's just a big dude that just goes around. He opens up his chest and he shoots like these flying explosive projectiles at you that blow up. But
That does sound similar to the gunker, but he just had one projectile that he tossed out.
He just has a big arm, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And he throws it.
wait a minute. Oh my god. Fuck. He was a boss, right?
No,
No.
he was an enemy.
Well, I think he was like a boss in Horde.
Maybe. Like, there are parts in the campaign where you have to fight multiple.
Usually it's like 2 at a time.
Yeah.
Usually.
I gotta see what the gunker looks like. I gotta see. That's driving me insane right now.
But the problem with that part is, it's one of those parts where there's like something happening in the background. There's like a set piece, and they're reacting to the set piece. So we had to listen to the same scene
Oh, yeah.
over and over and over again for like 2 hours.
That's like Fox and I were playing on Halo 2 Legendary. We got to the part where you're Master Chief and you teleport onto High Charity. And that was the fucking Needler.
Yeah.
And we did like all that shit and it was fucking brutal. But it's like, watch out, that captain. He's got a brute shot. He did, in fact, have a brute shot. As we found out the hard way. Gunker Gears of War.
You see?
Yeah.
He's got, like, all
a
that gunk.
fucking cannon on his arm.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Man, it's been a while since I fucking played Gears 3.
We haven't finished the insane run through because we're at the boss fight with Queen What's Her Butt.
Mira?
Yeah.
The last part.
Well, she's on the B and she's
Yep,
like,
that's the last part.
yep, and we've been stuck there. Like we tried for like 2 different weeks to beat that.
Is a brutal one.
Can't beat it.
I think I've done that by myself.
Not.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
look
I
at
have.
you!
I can't say 100. It might have been hardcore though, but I'm pretty sure I've done that by myself on campaign, and it's terrible.
I mean,
It's
I've
just
at least done it by
terrible.
myself on campaign, but it was probably normal.
well, yeah, but I'm saying on insane, and it's brutal.
this?
It is.
And then you
That
run out
fight-
of bullets and you can't do anything, so you have to like run around the map to find ammo and
Just
then
all
come back.
I think my worst experience with that is just all the Theron guards that spawn.
Yes.
And just fuck
it's
you
like-
up the ass.
You have to be behind cover because she uses her laser thing, so she
Yeah.
can like instantly give you. But then there are all those Theron guards like just
So you
swarming you
can't
from
stay
the other
behind
side.
cover.
It's awful.
Yeah, that just fucking sucks. I remember that. Though I think did you get to like the checkpoint halfway through?
I think so. Yeah, I think we're stuck there.
Well, you're halfway through.
I know, but we can't beat the other half.
I think that should be.
I'll say the Theron guards are good and bad because when you kill them, you get a torque bow.
Yeah.
Bad, they have a torque bow. So
And on insane, you're dead.
you're dead. Well, you're dead regardless. But insane, you're super dead.
Yeah, it's just awful. Do you remember that game Gears Tactics that came out? It was almost like XCOM Gears, and it was exclusively for PC. Did it come out?
Did it? I
Oh,
thought
it
it
may
just
not
got
have come out.
announced at
I don't know.
E3. I don't think it came out yet.
I'm gonna Google it.
Are you thinking Halo Tactics?
Nope.
Halo Tactics.
Gears Tactics. There is no Halo Tactics. What are you
Okay.
talking about?
There's a Halo
It's
game like that.
Halo
There's
Wars.
Halo Wars.
Okay.
There's
Halo
Fallout
Wars 1 and 2.
Tactics.
Yeah,
okay.
there is Fallout Tactics. There's probably. I just remembered about the Castle Super Beast because occasionally they got their hands in like all sorts of just like news outlets, so they just like know shit, and they're on Fallout 76. It's like a weekly thing where it's like, so this week in Fallout 76, another bad thing happened. It's just a constant just resetting of that counter, you know?
So
Reset the clock.
Gears Tactics was announced in 2018.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah,
release
E3,
date
yeah.
for it.
Dude, what about the Gears Funko Pop game?
Oh, wasn't that on the phone? Did that ever
yeah.
come out?
We all have phones, right? God, they got us good with that. Not Blizzard, but like Gears of War,
Yeah.
or Epic, I should say. Like, but it's like, here's this mobile game, and here's this like turn-based strategy game. JK, here's Gears 5. Well, not
Yeah.
JK, but here's also Gears 5 as well.
Blizzard absolutely booed. Getting
I
booed
can't
after their
believe they
mobile
did
game.
that.
Oh my god. That
Can't believe
We're giving everybody something they want. A mobile game.
mobile game. There's
everyone's-
only a few mobile games that I will say, yeah, you should try. Marvel Puzzle Quest. That's always solid. You don't really have to drop money on that game to have a good time.
It's solid like a snake.
Solid like a snake. Girls Frontline. Yes. And then Azure Lane. I mean, it's as simple as that. Boom. Boom, bam, pow.
My favorite game is Calculator.
Yeah.
I also
That's
use
a solid
Calendar a lot.
That's
That's
a very solid.
that one comes pre-installed too.
Pre-installed.
Yeah.
oh, what's that other one? There's another one like Calendar.
Oh, there
yeah.
too.
I'm a huge fan of that one.
My favorite game is Contact.
I play,
Contact.
I play Calendar every day.
Oh,
Dude, I like Wednesday.
that's a good one.
I like Wednesday the best, though.
I've heard they have double XP Wednesdays.
Double XP Wednesday. No, it's always on the weekend. Always on the weekend. Every
They call it double
XP 's on the
XP Hump Day.
weekend. They fucking don't.
I haven't heard Hump Day in quite a while.
They brought back those classic Geico commercials.
Honestly, because that's
and they're
funny,
back.
because they're bringing out those old fucking commercials now. I saw the fucking pig commercial.
Yep.
And then I saw
Pig.
Hump Day.
I've also seen that I didn't see it on TV. Savannah showed me the guinea pig one.
The guinea pig one.
Yeah, where
Guinea pig one.
he has guinea pigs rowing a boat, and one of them goes, row, row. Not burp. They don't burp there. But then they go, row again. I'll have to show it to you at some point.
I'm gonna say,
Because Savannah had to show it to me because I couldn't remember
I was
it.
waiting for a punchline and all.
I'm gonna
of that.
say
the
it's
joke.
just guinea pig just saying row.
It's like two
Row.
rowing and one holding a thing and go, row,
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember that one at all.
I guess it's not a classic Geico commercial.
Man, why are they busting out all the old commercials now? Did they fucking run out of money or something? So they had to dust off
I'd say
the
it's
old
for
ones?
nostalgia.
Yeah, nostalgia makes money.
Yeah.
Dude, are we going to get like the old Taco Bell commercials with the fucking dog?
I
the
hope so.
I hope not.
I hope so.
What do you mean you? Why not? You hope not. Why?
No, just no.
I want.
no.
I'm not a fan of Chihuahuas.
Yeah, I don't
But
like
it's Taco
Chihuahuas either.
Bell.
The Taco Bell fucking Chihuahua.
I don't care.
I mean,
Kilo Taco Bell,
No,
the #1 fucking Mexican restaurant in the United States, and
even though it's
fucking
not Mexican.
Not. Well, it's Mexican because it had the fucking
No.
Chihuahua that had a Mexican accent. That's how. It's all because of the fucking Chihuahua. Now, I just want it because my grandma used to have a little like that like a Chihuahua toy of like the Taco Bell dog. And I fucking loved it as a kid.
oh,
So that's
nice.
why I want it back.
You just want the dog to come back for nostalgia.
Yeah, I want the dog back, okay? I want the dog.
Just get a
how
Chihuahua.
long ago was that?
A while. Long. At least over 10 years.
Yeah,
Easily.
Yeah, so the dog's
Easily.
probably dead.
It
dog
probably is dead.
But here's the other thing. I've noticed this. The four of us don't watch much TV.
I know I don't.
I don't. Do you?
I don't watch much
Okay.
TV.
I do on occasion.
It's all
See,
it's all ads,
yeah.
you know?
So like,
Bring back the Taco
thing,
Bell.
my thing with ads is they could have gotten rid of an ad and I wouldn't know because I just don't watch much TV unless it's on like YouTube
YouTube,
or like Hulu.
Crunchyroll, Hulu. Netflix, does it? Do they have ads? No.
No, they
Unless
don't.
you have a no.
No.
When, at the end of like a
No, they have-
series, though,
it's-
they'll show you ads for their other stuff.
For their shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, Netflix is ad free.
Yeah, I guess it's subscription based.
Yeah, but Hulu
so-
was also subscription based, and you had to have like one
Do
of their.
you have to have a subscription to actually watch their shit though?
You do.
You do.
You do? Okay, then
But
I'm
you still had to go through commercials at their basic tier.
Yeah.
At
Because
their
there were
basic
two different
tier.
tiers. One was ad free and then one with ads.
Yeah,
Why?
because they're at like I like the stuff they had. They had a lot of stuff, but the way they managed it was absolute dumb shit. It actually made me mad when I used to have it.
so dumb.
Yeah, yeah.
Although I think that's how I when Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood wasn't finished because I was a dumb kid back then.
Yeah.
Like the dub wasn't caught up to the sub. So I think I went on Hulu. I didn't have to pay.
You
but
used
I
to
just
not
had-
have to, I think.
I just had to watch a lot of ads.
yeah.
And I went through like the rest of the fucking series on Hulu
Right.
subbed, and I was like, yes,
Brotherhood's so good.
yes.
I still need to watch it.
It's genuinely good. Definitely better than the 2003 series. I
Well,
would
yeah, because
say.
the 2003 series, the manga wasn't done, so they had to make up something on the spot.
You mean like Game of Thrones?
I don't know shit about Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
so I
I
have no
couldn't tell you
idea.
The
anything.
past two like seasons haven't been based off book because the book isn't done.
Fuck.
Really? Hasn't
And the book's not done.
The book's not done.
Has Martin been overseeing any of it?
Yes.
So is he?
So good old Germ is overseeing Germ.
I was like, why are you calling him Germ? But yeah.
Yeah,
Germ.
Germ.
What?
George R.R. Martin.
Oh.
Germ has at least been overseeing the series.
He's had
Thank you
input
for
on it.
laughing at it.
I got. I forgot that he was called George R.R. Martin. So
God, please tell me somebody else calls him Germ.
I never heard that before.
I've heard germ.
Germ.
I've never heard germ.
First, I thought you were kind of like insulting him for a second, but I thought about it, I'm like, no, that
Good old Jeremy Martin.
Germ. I like Germ a lot more than
Germ.
Germ.
Well, germ makes him sound more intense.
Man, you know when we were talking about games and we started talking
yeah, I was just going to bring that up.
Game of Thrones.
There are games of Game of Thrones.
Yes, I have played one
Yeah.
of them. Telltales.
Oh yeah, the Telltale games, which
Rip.
Bye.
Rip.
Rip
will
in
be
pieces.
Missed, I guess.
Mostly.
I mean, I never.
If
got
they
into-
would have
Well,
waited to
it's-
release The Wolf Among Us 2 and then died, I could have lived.
Dude,
Yeah, that's all I wanted. Was
That's
Wolf
what
Among
like
Us 2.
everyone fucking want. Well,
Yeah.
besides people who played the fucking Walking Dead, but
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
finished it out, then died. Because Wolf Among Us was my entryway into that entire series.
Yeah,
Of like the
mine too.
Fables.
oh, just the Fables. I thought
Yeah,
you were
the
talking about
Fables.
into Telltale.
No,
I was like,
I'd
you're
play-
fucking crazy.
I'd played the Borderlands.
The Walking
no,
Dead.
Borderlands wasn't out yet. I had played.
You haven't played Borderlands because I
haven't.
asked you about it and you say
do.
no. I
I
haven't
tell you
touched
no.
it yet.
I was about to correct myself. Thank you very much.
Well, I wanted to jump to the opportunity.
Okay, I've played the first Walking Dead and then played The Wolf Among Us, and that got me introduced into the characters in the series. The Fable series, written by I can't think of his name, but if you're listening, check out that stuff.
You mean Fable 1, 2, and 3?
I've been buying it by the volumes, and I'm still not caught up. But the game is, I think, a prequel to the actual comic book series.
Huh.
So
So
yeah,
the comic books take place after the game?
yeah, it was because I do know in the
So
comics.
don't read the comics, then you get spoilers.
I know in the comics, Ichabod Crane has already like left town, and they send
Yeah.
Ooh, creep.
someone, and I can't think of it off the top of my head, to kill him as an assassin.
The Jersey Devil.
Cinderella.
Oh.
It's
Cinderella.
Cinderella or Beauty, but
It's a
don't hold me
fucking
to it.
assassin. Whoa.
Dude, it's wild what happens to a lot
Whoa.
of... It's like Bigby being the sheriff. He's the big bad wolf that became the sheriff.
Was Cinderella in the game?
I don't think so.
Snow White was obviously in there.
Yeah.
Snow. I like Snow a lot. I
every-
absolutely adore Snow.
Everyone does.
Yeah.
Snow
Oh,
has,
wait.
has a sister in the comics, too.
I think Beauty was.
Beauty was in the
Beauty
game.
and the Beast were
Beauty
because you had
and
to
the
fight
Beast.
Beast.
Yeah, they were
He's a
in there.
jealous asshole.
And then Colin dies in the comics at some point.
Colin dies?
Colin does die. My God, I love Colin. He's an
the-
asshole, but
Oh,
like
so he was the pig- he was the
justifiably
pig,
so.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
justifiably so.
He
I can't believe he
Was
dies.
he one of the three little pigs?
Yes.
Okay. I had a
Yes, he
feeling.
was.
Which
Does
one,
he get
though?
like?
Because that's why he throws a lot of shade at Bigby.
Does he like get turned into like bacon?
No, do you remember how they mentioned the farm and stuff in that game?
Oh no.
Yeah, what happens is there's a lot like a mutiny in the farm and stuff. Yeah, and at one point, Colin just becomes a casualty of all of that as a warning
Aw.
towards Bigby and Snow.
Poor Bigby, not Bigby, Colin.
Yeah, Colin, I think,
Dude.
comes back once more as like a ghost at some point.
Ghost
Pig is a
pig.
ghost,
Just-
ghost pig.
But don't hold me to it, because God, it's been like 3 years since I've read any of that.
It's like how Civil War started.
But
And it's kind of like how the pig in Minecraft story mode dies.
have you played that?
I have.
Okay, I haven't played it, but I watched it on
Technically,
Netflix.
I played it with my
That-
sister. You watched it on Netflix?
I watched it on
Yeah.
Netflix. They had it on Netflix. So a couple.
Yeah, it's a thing like
Yeah.
you can do on Netflix. You
Yeah.
can fucking
It's- you
play
can-
it.
yeah, and you
slash
have control
watch.
and stuff like
Yeah.
you would.
It's
Interesting.
actually I was
Pretty solid.
I was like, wow, I'm surprised they could do that.
Yeah. So I remember watching through it with a couple friends on voice chat one night. And we were in Discord the following day. We just made our Discord a Minecraft story mode Discord just because we were bored and why not fuck with everybody that wasn't involved. But Ruben was my favorite. And he
Poor
had to
Ruben.
die. I miss him.
See, they ruined his death by having him turn into a fucking pork chop.
That was so funny, though.
It was so fucking funny. That was so fucking funny.
I mean, canonically, with Minecraft,
it makes sense. Like I was thinking, this motherfucker's gonna turn into a goddamn pork chop.
But what-
he fucking turned into a goddamn pork chop.
See, I didn't think they had the heart to kill him at first.
Me neither. I didn't think they were going to do
I
it.
didn't think I thought they were just gonna actually cuck me on it, and I'd be like, "All right, cool."
Nope.
And then they straight up murdered him.
Straight up just killed him.
turned into a fucking
But my favorite part is that they put the pork chop in a frame.
in a frame.
Yeah.
In a frame.
See,
God.
what would have been pretty dark is if the pork chop was cooked.
Yes.
A cooked pork chop just in a frame.
There's a lot of death in that game. surprisingly for it to be like
A
Minecraft.
little bit. I mean, it's Minecraft. It happens.
But like, there's constantly like these monstrous creatures that are devouring people. They do come back at the end, like, but
There's the person you get the armor from and they die.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
they
it can be either.
The chick or
the
the
exploder.
dude.
Yeah.
I like the exploder dude a lot though.
I can't remember who my
Like he's an
sister
asshole,
sided
but I
with.
like him.
It's whatever. He's just about
I
exploding.
think he died in the game I played through with my sister.
She wanted to save the girl.
They got to
That's-
stick together.
It's all about the exploder dude, okay?
He was just a bit too bombastic for me.
Yeah.
You'd say he was dynamite.
No, I wouldn't.
I'd say he fucking sucked. How about
I think he had a really short fuse.
Ah.
I said this was going to be horrible tonight. And yeah.
What do you mean, Cody? I think this is the bomb.
Well, could anything happen in Warframe, really?
The one game you play?
The one game you
Well, I've been
you
playing
play?
some other stuff too, but
I always have something up my sleeve.
So, like I said, what happened?
Where?
I think I saw something where I was trying to look up
it in
what
the
the
other
Gunker
sleeve?
looked like was like the melee overhaul or something.
yeah, a lot of stuff in that game has changed.
I feel like a lot's changed in that game.
Yeah, a lot.
How much?
Probably a lot. Since they're on
Fair
melee,
amount.
since they're on melee 3.0, had there been like
Well-
0.5s or anything like that? Or they
Well,
just go,
technically they're not on Melee 3.0.
They're on 2.69.
I'm not sure about the most recent PC update
That
if they've
420.
started it yet, but they're calling it
Haven't got
Melee
there yet.
2.9 point or like 2.9999
I
like
wish I
infinity.
remembered more about the Prime
because
Snake Elite
they're-
joke. I'm upset.
They're
420 Prime.
420 Prime. Oh, is there a Blaze Prime?
I mean there is a
He's on update 4.20.
that's the next fucking frame.
there is a fire chicken frame, so
Fire chicken.
yeah,
What?
that is Ember. People call her
Oh.
Fire Chicken because she has a mohawk. And yeah.
Cool, I guess.
I thought she would have like spindly legs or something like that.
I just
No, she just looks normal, but she has a mohawk.
And she lays
She-
eggs.
I thought it was like she was dummy thick, but she had
Oh, she
like,
kind of is, yeah.
I'll never get over Dummy Thick.
I think we will in about a month. We'll forget about Dummy
Yeah.
Thick.
No, they won't.
that was the fact
That is the life
well,
of memes.
It's just the fact that they had the actual voice actor for Snake say that. I think its longevity will be a lot longer than a week or two.
I mean, that's in Metal Gear Solid 6. He's going to be dummy thick.
Dummy thick.
Whenever you go prone, there'll be like a 50% chance that your ass can clap.
What if that's an actual mod for that game?
It gets dummy thick.
Well,
Yeah, like it's an actual stealth mod.
Dude.
Quote.
no, what game was it that it came from? Because it was from actually something in game, wasn't it?
No, it's just like
No, I mean like them saying he's dummy thick because at one point he has like a wetsuit on or something, doesn't he?
I don't know if they said dummy.
No,
Thick?
but I mean where people are referencing that
Oh
from.
yeah, I think that was 2.
It's like 2 or 3. I don't
Man,
know.
What a
think
way
it
to
was 2.
waste a
Because
for a meme in
he's in like a
2019.
wetsuit or he's in a wetsuit or something and his
2 or 3.
ass is like perfectly shaped.
Oh yeah.
That's one of my favorite things is when they talk about how they nerfed his ass. in
Yeah, I
Smash.
thought it was just the fact that people were throwing shade at Nintendo for just like nerfing his ass. And then the resurgence of his ass being dummy thick.
That'll be like, instead of them releasing a new player, they'll just release like new skins for Snake and he's dummy thick. The
dummy thick.
dummy thick expansion. $10.
Pay $5 for
That would be the
dummy
most
thick
sold
ass.
expansion ever.
All right, you were talking about Warframe.
Oh yeah, I was.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much like the melee overhaul and how it's.
Well, it's not.
You were talking about thick
it's-
Prime.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dick.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of things potentially shutting down,
Oh, don't do it.
BioWare.
No. I knew that's what you were going to say.
Dude.
They've been on a low streak lately.
Well, their low streak was... I would say it started back in Mass Effect 3.
Well, like the end of the story.
Just the fact that because I was a madman and I played the third one first.
Weirdo.
What's wrong with you?
You need to play them as 2,
man.
3, then 1. That's how I played them.
No, you need to play them like I played them, which was 2, 1, then 3.
2, 1. No, just the multiplayer intrigued me because it was purely like PvE and it just looked fun. It's like, and it was fun. I really enjoyed the multiplayer in Mass Effect 3. Not much in Andromeda, but I'd say the issues potentially started there with the fact that it wasn't the ending people wanted for Mass Effect 3.
Well, it was just like too summed up. It was just like, it's over.
Bam.
Right.
Too generalized of endings.
Yeah, what it didn't really...
Well, they did add like the extra ending later
What
on.
fucking
But it's
extra
just-
ending?
They added
They
the third
did.
ending.
They extended the ending.
What did
There's,
they add?
it's not necessarily they add more to the game ending, but they add a lot of wrapping up the story after the game ends. So they wrap up every character's story.
What the fuck did they do?
They released this maybe several months after
Yeah, it was
Mass Effect 3 came out.
Months.
And they,
Because how pissed people were about it.
because I liked it a lot better because they concluded a lot of character story and they concluded what happened to the galaxy. Like I chose like Synthesis my second time through,
Yeah.
and they explained like what synthesizing with the Reapers did for the galaxy, how that affected everyone.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Because that was just my pretty much ending for me. So I was like, okay.
Like it got a lot better once they added the
The
extension,
cut.
like the stuff.
the free
to it.
extended cut of the fucking game. That's what the extended thing was just like a little extra shit there at the end.
Yeah.
You like it? Okay. Okay.
I mean, it sucked when it came out. I remember beating it and be like, "Huh?"
Then what was like
What?
the
I was happy because I didn't beat it until after that came out, and it kind of helped.
wait.
Like I beat it and then I was really pissed off. Like,
Wait.
what?
So
What?
So what the fuck happened then when you beat it the first time when it came out? Exactly. Because I don't.
Well, it just kind of ends. Like you choose your thing and it just stops.
Okay, so say you
Which
chose.
canonically makes sense because you die, so you
So,
wouldn't know the rest of the
say
story.
you chose synthesis and you.
I don't know. I didn't do synthesis
Okay, which
my
one
first
did
time
you
through.
do?
I did
Did you do Renegade?
Kill the Reapers.
You did Renegade.
Yeah.
Good man. Okay. So you shot the fuck out of the thing.
Yeah.
Then it just ends.
Yeah. It just kind of ends there. Other than I remember a scene where the Normandy crash lands
Okay.
on a planet with Garrus and Tally and
Pretty much all
Joker, maybe.
it was pretty
Yeah,
much like
yeah.
pretty much everyone you had in the squad. pretty much was
And
there.
then I don't know if Garrus makes a joke about repopulating or something like that.
Probably.
Yeah, he does.
Probably does.
Which pissed me off because I think I romanced Tally then. I'm like, you asshole, you were my friend. But
I'll say the funny thing is because if you don't romance Tally at all, her and Garrus hook up.
I know, which makes me so sad because those are the two I romance.
I know.
They also make a good fit together.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those where it's like, I want to fuck one of you.
They should just make it a love triangle, an optional one, so you can just make a triangular romance.
Be like, try to do it like you did in The Witcher 3. But you
Well, then you just get in trouble then.
Yeah, it
trouble.
just doesn't happen. I found out that the hard way.
Asshole.
But yeah, pretty much, I mean, the whole thing with BioWare, I'd say it started back in Mass Effect 3 with that ending.
And Andromeda just.
And then...
See, I've not touched it.
And
I've
then
reinstalled
then
it so I can play it
Inquisition
because I borrowed it from
Then
a friend.
Dragon Age Inquisition came out
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
afterwards, which I don't know how good or bad that
People
was.
were really confused about the game because the first area of the game, you kind of don't realize you're supposed to leave. Like, until you think, oh, this is it. This is the game. And it's a lot of fetch quests. I've heard people were really upset with it up until they realized they could leave the area and the game got a lot better. Which, in that book I was telling you about earlier tonight, Blood, Sweat, and Pixels.
Yeah.
They have a story about Inquisition's development. And the problem with that game, originally when they started making it, they took the Frostbite engine from DICE, but it hadn't been developed to work with RPGs.
Oh no!
So they had to make the engine work for them while developing the game. So like,
oh no,
there wasn't a way to actually like explore maps until so far into the end of the game. Like they could create the stuff, but they couldn't explore it to see if it worked until they were near the end of development.
Wow.
So that's for the problem with like the first area. This is the first area they made when they were starting using the tools. So it's not very good because they didn't have the tools fleshed out then.
Right.
And that's when like I don't remember if it was like their official Twitter account, but they were trying to tell people to leave the first area when the game first come out because people felt like they were stuck and like, oh, this is all you do. And they're like, leave the area. You leave the area by doing this. Go do that and play the rest of the game.
First off, that's not good when in the game it doesn't tell you to leave. That's not good.
See, I still never played it either, so I don't know. But
That's like-
I assume has since been patched.
I would say when you need, usually in a game, it usually tells you, hey,
Like proceed this way. Come on.
yeah, leave, get out of here. Hell, I mean, at least Dark Souls, they're like, kill shit. There you go, kill shit.
I think it was the equivalent of like you Dakota haven't played The Witcher 3, right? Mm-mm. But it's like, you know, White Orchard in The Witcher 3, the first map?
Yes.
Basically, if you loaded into that and thought, oh, this is all The Witcher.
I mean, it's a good size area.
Yeah.
And then you get to the other area and you're like,
Whoa, it's like 6
Fuck.
times larger.
it's massive. And then I know there's still more areas after there.
Mm-hmm. So just imagine me like White Orchard and you're
Just
stuck
being
there
White
and you're just
Orchard.
like, well, this is
Oh.
okay, but it's just not what I was expecting.
Oh my god. Ugh, that's bad. Oh, so then that had a rough start as well. Then it was Andromeda?
Yeah, I don't think they had anything come out before then.
Oh man. Oh,
Which I still want to play now that it's been patched.
no.
So I don't.
I've heard
It's
the
a-
patch
it's
doesn't
a
really
dead
help it
game.
a whole
No.
lot.
It's a dead game. They literally stopped making shit.
Oh yeah, I know. But I can still play a dead
See-
game. Like I can go back and play the old Mass Effects. They're dead.
I got Andromeda like
I'd say Mass
Maybe
Effect 3's multiplayer is still going.
That I don't know.
It is still
Is
going.
it?
Yeah, I know. I've played it probably back in fucking like December or something like that. People are still fucking playing it.
I mean, is it like a host-to-host kind of
I
thing?
think it is a host-to-host type of thing. Although you still have to connect to the EA servers.
Oh,
which
then yeah, they could
servers
probably.
still good. They're still up.
Yeah, I think I got Andromeda. It was either a few weeks or a month after it came out,
I'm glad.
and I shouldn't have. I played about maybe half an hour, and it just doesn't feel good at all. Like it just doesn't feel like Mass Effect.
I still need to play it. I don't want to cast judgment on it before I play it.
I just
See,
can't.
Here's the thing that it took me like a week after I played the Anthem demo to figure out, and why it was giving me weird vibes.
Does it play a lot like Andromeda? Like, does it feel like it?
It kinda does, yeah.
Andromeda engine is the Anthem engine.
Like
So
if you play
Yes.
Andromeda for about 5 minutes, you'll tell how similar it is. Because Andromeda introduced like a lot more movement and stuff than what Mass Effect has had.
Uh-huh.
Like with like the jet, like a jet pack or whatever it was called, and you can like dash and jump and like Anthem.
Yeah.
And it just
Nope.
it just don't feel right. And then the faces.
No, they patched and made them better.
I don't give a fuck.
They made them better.
it's not right.
You gotta romance. What the fuck's the blonde hair chick? Gotta romance.
care.
You gotta romance her to get the actual good like facial animations and like.
Because
just
didn't they say that was like the main one the main romance they worked on?
think so.
Like that was the main
fucking
like
show.
way through they were they were thinking people would go, which really sucks that they had that mindset. Like
That mindset.
this was
like,
the main one.
Everyone's gonna fuck this chick.
See, that could have worked
Yeah.
if instead of that chick, they would put Garrus there.
Yeah,
It would have worked.
but keep the same butt.
Oh, what's the female Turian? I can't remember her name, but the romance.
Gara.
The romance scene of her, you're like hugging her, it then does like a quick like cut to your face, and you're just like. You're just like
Staring into space.
Staring into space.
Neither of you had the reach, and neither of you had the flexibility in that scene.
No one did.
That's one of the best lines.
I
ever.
know.
Damn.
Is it bad that when I was playing as Femshep and he told me those lines, I was like a little bit jealous? Like, oh, I can have flexibility too, Garrus.
Why was that not an option to say?
I could be pretty flexible. There
was-
might be. I don't remember.
I don't say that better have been a fucking option. Femshep. That better have been an option.
Or like, I bet I have more reach than you.
Something like. He's like, whoa.
I can reach so much. I could give you a reach around.
I knew you were going to bring that up.
Really stretches for her.
I knew it.
Well, their waists
Yeah.
aren't really that big. So
Yeah.
they're kind of top heavy. Their waists aren't really that big.
Yeah, they've got teeny waists.
Yeah. Man, that has been.
But they get sprung, right?
When you pull up tough.
Thank you, guys.
Man, how would Turian pregnancy work out? since
I
they
just
got
wonder what
those-
Turian dick is like.
I don't know. How big are their feet?
They're-
I also
they're-
don't know.
They're like
They're
weird.
smaller, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't looking at his feet.
So in Mass Effect Andromeda, don't you see boobs?
Yes.
segue.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Never got
Well, that's what I was wondering. For any of the aliens that aren't female humanoid, is there nudity?
No.
Why?
Well,
like, why
there's-
can't they not imagine alien genitalia?
There's like that new race of alien. He's like a dude, but you don't see his dick, unfortunately. Because we were like,
also, it's the alien race with a dick. Yeah.
well, he's got like kind of like his like weird hair, like flesh thing. That's like it's kind of like the Star Wars
Oh, the
Twi'leks or whatever the hell they're
yeah.
called. It's like twin tails, but they're not. It's part of their head, which is hair,
Okay,
but
yeah.
I don't
It's like hair
hair head.
tentacles.
Yeah. Ugh.
I don't think they would really need a whole lot of imagination because the majority of the alien races are pretty much humanoid, just
So just make
different color.
make
Like,
a
look
slightly-
at the Asari; they're just blue.
That's what I was meaning.
Yeah.
Like, don't you
Yeah.
see PB naked? Don't you see her boobs?
Yes.
So like anything that doesn't have standard female boobs, they don't model nude.
Man, what the fucking Asari? They're weird.
Because
Yep.
don't all the races think they look like them?
Yeah. That was
Wait,
in
what?
Mass Effect 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mass
Oh
Effect 2.
yeah, because
It's like, man,
they're
she's got like some
Jedi
nice
mind tricks.
tentacles and shit. And he's like, Turian's like, what the fuck you talking about? And they look like this. Huh?
So
Jedi mind tricks.
so maybe that's why we see boobs, because just that's their Jedi mind trick on us. We see
Right.
boobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rip this episode.
Rip this episode.
The
Dude,
end.
I listened to a fucking podcast that went on for 4.5 hours, so it's whatever.
You're probably the one person who made it through it.
Maybe. It was one of those where Fox, because it would occasionally bleed through the microphone, where he's like, man, you still listen to the same fucking podcast? I was like, it's like, I'm not sure. Let me check. Yeah, it's
I
been
need
going on for like 3.5 hours. Yeah.
I need to find some of those podcasts that are like 4 or 5 hours long. Because a lot of times I'll listen to stuff when I'm at work.
Yeah.
And like listening just an hour long podcast when you work a 10-hour day.
See, what I do is I use the app I have, and I download them, so it just plays through everything.
See, Castle, Super, Beast. They're things usually like, I think the minimum I've seen is like 3 hours.
I might have to.
There you go. If they got good shit. Although they're mainly fighting games, but they bleed into a lot of other stuff though. They just started in their youth. They started with fighting games, and they know a lot about fighting games and shit. But they just bleed into other shit as well. Plug into their shit. Goddamn.
Sponsors now.
Not sponsors. We're shouting them out.
Okay.
It's one of those.
Yeah, because we're popular.
We'll give you money now.
We can send some of our
loyal fan
viewers
base.
over to them.
Right.
Help them out a little bit.
Yeah, they've been struggling. They've been struggling to get off the ground.
Eh.
Yeah.
I mean, they were with like the whole like Machinima crew back in the day.
Before it imploded.
Yeah, way before it imploded. Phew. Poor Machinima.
Rip. Which brings me back to my earlier point. What were you saying?
I said, what the fuck happened with Machinima?
They just died. They got bought out.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, they
shut
got bought
down.
out? Okay. Damn.
Well, that's the end.
Nah.
Now it's going to end.
Nah, I gotta keep talking.
Bye.